Good evening. It is March 16th, a little after 8 o'clock, and we are here to do a little tournament preview. Uh, Lemons here, Philip Jella, Phil the Wonder, and Wells the Truth True
What
over
up?
here. We're here to run down the bracket with you, and feel free to leave a comment or let us know what you think. Like and subscribe if that's your type of thing. If not, go fuck yourself. Here we go. Game one, Philip, we got Gonzaga at Georgia State. Why don't you go ahead and give us the spread there, over under? What are some good plays to play? What's going to make us some money?
Well, all this courtesy of DraftKings odds and over-unders and spreads as of 7 Eastern, 6 Central as of today are accurate. You can't bet all day if you don't start in the mornings. That's what March Madness is for. We start with Gonzaga, 23.5 points, over-under sitting at 148.5. I'll start with the over-under. If you are looking for this to hit the over, I'm thinking Gonzaga's scoring in the 90s here. If you think Georgia State can score the 60s, I don't, then I would bet the over. Otherwise, stay away from it or bet the under. I'm taking Gonzaga in my bracket, and I'm taking the points. Let's go Zags. One of many wins.
Nice, thanks, Phil. Wells, what do you think? What do you think? What's a play on here? Win, lose, Gonzaga. You think there's an upset alert?
I'm going Gonzaga, but I do think Georgia State covers, though. That spread seems a little high. But I also
Highest in the
hate Georgia
bracket.
State from beating Tennessee last year, so go Zags.
Hey, go Zags indeed. I am as well on the Gonzaga train, and I'm going to stay away from. The over the points there, but I'm going to take Georgia State to cover. I kind of like that. Yeah. So on to the next one. We got a big one, big matchup for us boys here. We got Boise State at Memphis. A little 27-7 Boise State. Memphis 21-10. Phil, give us a line there or a point spread. What do you think?
Fantastic game. This is what March Madness is. You got an 8 and a 9, and the 9, the underdog, right, is the one favorite. -3 going to Memphis. Over-under sitting at 133.5. This has the potential to be an up-and-down athletic game. I'm choosing Memphis in this. I'm not going to take the points. If I'm a betting man, I honestly may throw some cash on Boise with the better odds. But Memphis for the win. Take the over.
I'm going Memphis, and they're going to cover the spread, dude. They're going to win by, did you say 3?
Raise
Go
the spread.
Tigers. Yeah, they're going to win by 3. Go Tigers, baby.
Hey, Wells, I like that pick. Yeah, I'm as well. I'm going to go Memphis. I don't know much about Boise State, so I'd be lying if I did. They've got a good record, but I think Penny's got a good squad, and they've been hot in the game, or in the season. Apologies there. On to the next one. UConn, New Mexico. New Mexico State, the Aggies versus the Huskies. What you got, Phil? Give us an opinion there.
Now, New Mexico won their conference. Congrats. Now you get the chance to face some better competition. I think in this one, UConn's defense is a little too stout for the Aggies of New Mexico State. The spread's at 6.5. 6.5 to UConn. The over-under at 132 even. If you're betting anything on this game, I'd probably take the Huskies to go ahead and cover that. Go ahead and give them a 7-point win as it gets down and the Aggies start fouling for their hopes. I'm getting that UConn victory, and I think they're going to cover that 6.5.
Wells, what do you think about New Mexico State Aggies? You know anything about them?
I don't know anything about them, but they're going to get this W, boys. I can feel it in the air. It's the 5 and 12 seed. Upset always happens. This is going to be mine. Let's go New Mexico State, baby.
Hey, early surprise there from Wells True. Early surprise.
That's
I wouldn't
right.
have guessed that. Let's hope New Mexico. Do they hit threes? We don't know. We hope so. Because if Wells is going to win that bet, they're going to have
Let's
to.
hope so.
We'll move on to the next one. Get a little more serious as we go down the board. In Arkansas, Vermont. We're going to let Wells go first on this one, Wells. You've watched a lot of Arkansas games this year.
Oh,
At least two
Arkansas.
of them. At least two of them. And Vermont is stout. I'll tell you, Vermont is stout. What do you think? What do you think there, Wells?
I'm going Arkansas because they've had better competition throughout the year. But Vermont is going to give them a tough game, so it'll be closer than people expect. But go Hogs.
Philip? Any words
That's-
for the
that's-
Catamounts?
I like it. Look, one of the best. If you're picking your bracket on mascots or colors of team or whatever people do, the Catamounts have to be up there, right? The Catamount, fantastic mascot. This is going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a good test. Net rank is 20th for Arkansas, 52nd for Vermont. I think Vermont can really press Arkansas, but at the end of the day, I honestly think that the up and down, the transition game, and the athleticism of Arkansas prevails at the end. That being said, I will be picking Arkansas. They're -5 on the line. The over-under is 139. I'm not going to pick a bet on this one. I'm actually not going to touch it, but I will have Arkansas in my bracket.
Respectable. Yeah, I've got this. This is my first upset. I've got Vermont taking this one on. Arkansas is a good team. I really like Eric Musselman, but I don't know. The Catamounts, that green, I think they've got it going on. Solely based on jersey color and record here, I'm going the Catamounts. But we'll move on to the next one.
Green Mean Machine.
We'll move on to the next one. Smoking the Spread, again, is the name here of the podcast. Like and subscribe. We are on to Alabama versus, is that Rutgers or Notre Dame, or have they played yet?
No, that's the last game tonight.
Okay, so we're still waiting on that one to finish mid-podcast here. So we'll brief over that one maybe on the next video. When that game's complete, we'll give you some words on it. How about Texas Tech at Montana State? Phil, give us a spread and over-under. What do you think the play on that game is?
I'm picking Texas Tech. They face better competition. Their strength of schedule is better. Their record versus the top 25 is something where Montana State has not faced anyone in the top 25. The spread's 14.5. If you think Texas Tech can cover it, I think they do. Over-under is 131. I personally think that's a fairly low over-under. But, given Texas Tech's defensive prowess, it's highly possible that they stifle this Montana State team offensively, and it could hit that under. But I'm going to go ahead and take the over, and I'm picking Texas Tech on the bracket.
Wells, any different thoughts?
I don't have anything different, but I do have Texas Tech going to the Sweet 16, so if I didn't pick them now, that'd be a mistake. So let's go Red Raiders, baby.
Sometimes it's as simple as that. Go Red Raiders. Yeah, I also don't think that Texas Tech has a problem there. They've ended the season hot as hell, and I don't see a reason that Montana State slows them down. So we'll move on to a more interesting matchup. Michigan at Davidson. Now, I don't know what to think of this one, so we're going to let Phil go ahead and give us a spread over-under. Is there a money move there?
Vegas clearly thinks that this is going to be a close game. I mean, they're obviously seated close together. Tom Izzo and Michigan State, always dangerous come tournament time, right? Davidson 27-6 on the season, 15-3 in conference. It's Michigan State -1. The over/under is 140. I'm going to take Davidson in my bracket, and I'm going to go ahead and bet that Davidson money line. Let's go, Bobcats.
Wells, you going to bet any money on this game, or who do you got to move on to the next round?
I'm calling the upset. Davidson's going to get this W, boys. But I just don't trust Michigan State at the moment for whatever reason. I just feel Davidson's going to get this W, that's all.
They don't call them the Izzos of March for no reason. I'm going Michigan State. Davidson probably is a great team. They have a history of making runs in the tournament, but it's Michigan State basketball. I'd be kidding myself if I thought Davidson was going to pull this one out. On to the next one. Shouldn't be too hard. A little 2:15 action here. Duke Blue Devils, Coach K's last year, he has somehow found a way to lose every meaningful game at the end of this season. Going up against Cal State Fullerton. I think I know your picks, but Wells, why don't you go first on this one? Do you think that Cal State has what it takes to upset Coach K in his last tournament?
They don't have a chance. He's going to have the boys playing ready to roll because they've lost the two last meaningful games, so Duke's going to put a whooping on them. Let's go Blue Devils.
I agree with Wells there. Two emotional games that you have to have against North Carolina and Cameron Indoor to finish the season. There's a lot on the line. Those are young kids. And then, you get all the way you do to lose to Virginia Tech. It's been emotional. I think they were an emotional maneuver. I think that they don't hold anything back. Now it is Cal State Fullerton, so the spread's at 18.5. Over-under's at 145.5. I'm just going to simply pick Duke in this bracket. Not going to go any higher than that. Duke wins. Duke advances. Krzyzewski gets another key and notch under the belt. On the end there, because I know that's the end of the actual West bracket, shout out MTSU for, what'd you say, the Fighting Izzos?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah. The Izzos of March.
Fantastic. Speaking of a 15-2 upset. Go Duke.
True blue, baby. Let's go.
All right. We have a few minutes left here before we wrap up. If there's one game you thought, what is your guaranteed money pick of the Western bracket? If you had to throw money on it, spread, money line, over under, out of all of those that we just went through, what's your money pick of the game? Wells, why don't you lead us off first?
I'm going with Duke, son. They should be embarrassed by losing to North Carolina and the Virginia Tech. Like, since when have they been good at basketball, Virginia Tech? But they won the ACC. But I think Duke's going to come out rocking and rolling, like I said before. So that's the team I put money on.
Cover that spread. What about you, Philip?
I like it. Value pick and lock-in pick. I said it earlier. Money line for Davidson. They're the underdogs here. They're the seeded underdogs here. They're taking on Izzo come tournament time. Look for the Bobcats to be pumped up. Let's come out firing on all cylinders. Let's get some money while we're getting a win in our bracket. Let's go Bobcats.
That's not bad. It's not what I was looking for. Sorry, Philip. Won't be betting on your dime. We'll be betting on my own dime here. And I really like, what was that, the -3 Memphis over Boise State. I think Memphis covers that -3 handily, and I think that's easy money in this first round. But for now, that was part one of our bracket preview. This has been Smoke the Spread. Phill, Wells, thank you for your time. We'll be back shortly.
See you later.